6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to ACG, where we're just a couple gamers. It's your boy Smooth, and of course I have the queen of server 6 with me today, Ash Bash. Say what's up, Ash.
Hey guys.
And I have the king of server 4. Say what's up, Vadim.
Hi guys.
I didn't even realize Smash was in the call until right now. What's up, Smash?
Hello everybody.
I think Smash is still rubbing the sleep out of his eyes. I don't blame you, buddy. I would be too. In episode 36 today, guys, we are going to be talking about the most deadly players to ever touch this game in the past, and then maybe some guys that I kind of want to look at it, and I've done it before in other games where we look at the rankings and the new servers. We can talk about what we're seeing. We had kind of touched on it before about how we thought that a lot more players were going to be migrating to server 8, and then we also talked in the past about why we thought a lot more players didn't migrate, and we can kind of, like a ESPN sports analysis, will look at the rookies, the new players, and we'll talk about what we're seeing and, you know, maybe what they might look like in the future, because there's a few big boys already over there in server 8. Not as many as I thought there would be, but there's some big boys. So we'll talk about it. But to get started, if you could, Ash, could you kind of talk about what you've seen since, wait, first, I want to clear this up because this crossed my mind earlier. Did you start in server 6? This is your first server?
Yes.
Okay. And when you got here, was it already calm or was it kind of wild?
Wild.
Okay, so you saw it. You saw it when it was kind of crazy. What did you see? Did you see a lot of what some people would consider deadly players when you first arrived, or what?
I mean, it was a little chaotic just because it seemed like lots of people were at each other's throats. I was in like my own little alliance before I joined STM. And I think it was at that time when I was in DMG, I think it was mainly GST and STM that kind of had the action going for them.
Interesting. And who were the top players, or should I say the players that were running around murking everybody? You don't have to say, you don't have to say like exact names if you don't want to. But what did you see? Like, what did you see? Just a couple players dominating? Did you see a couple players going back and forth, tit for tat?
I think it was mainly trying to establish territory, which meant most alliance members. I think not generally anybody specific, just the whole alliances were kind of just going at it. Top players, small players, I think all of them.
Dang. That's exciting. I am kind of sad. It's like a double-edged sword for me. I'm kind of sad I didn't see it, and then again, I'm kind of glad I didn't see it, to be honest. What about you, Smash? What do you recall from the days in server 6 when things were just wild?
Actually, I didn't go through that phase. When I came, when I came into the game, it was already a peaceful kingdom. There wasn't much fight. There wasn't actually any fighting. I was just doing peacefully. That's probably the only fighting I did was in SBS, when server versus server.
Okay. Do you remember hearing anything in your time here about there being some, some PKers, some player killers, some big boys that you remember any of the names or what they look like, maybe what their capos? Because I know when you come into a server, unless you get it on maybe the first month or so, there's gonna be guys that just spend, and they're doing everything they can to try and stay on top. Do you remember there being some big boys when you got it through the door and you were like, holy crap?
Yes.
Who were the big boys when you came in?
When I started playing the game, I was always looking at the top player. but I wasn't really trying to, understand the couples at the beginning stage, like what are the couples that they are using, because I was also learning the game at that stage. So at that time for me, it's more of trying to get my G5 set before I work on the couples.
Okay. When you came in, who were the big guys?
Of course, the guy next to me, Vadim, he was in server 6 before he moved to server 4. For what I feel that he's still the biggest guy in the whole game.
I kind of want to put emphasis on this because in some games it's very different. In some games, size means everything. In other games, there's things that you can't see, and it's like tech, right? Like you can't see tech on people the way you see troop power and mansion size. So just because you're big in this game, does that mean normally if you're the biggest, you're the strongest, or have you seen smaller players beat bigger players?
For me, practically, I feel that having a huge power actually gives you a great advantage, but not necessarily that you're unbeaten. But because I can get beaten, even in server 6 if I'm being gang up. So it's more about the whole team working together as a unit instead of individually. I believe I did share this thought of mine previously in the previous podcast. So yes, having a good power, a stronger power does give you the advantage in terms of the technology, your troop wise, your couple wise, level of your couples. So it does give you the advantage, but when you're being ganged up, how it's going to turn out is still unknown. But you do stand an advantage.
Okay. Well, this next question is for Vadim. Vadim, I am currently in your server looking around right now. You don't have to answer anything. I just want to let you know right now. When it comes to questions here, I want everybody to feel very comfortable and feel like they're not being pressured to answer anything they don't want to. So if I ever ask you a question and you don't feel 100% comfortable, all you have to say is next question, please, and you will get no qualms from me. Okay? So that's number one. I'm looking at the rankings here. Okay, and obviously at this juncture in server 4, there's basically one family. Right, there's one mafia family here, one crime family, and looking at the rankings on individual combat power, you are up here at twice the size of second place. So you don't have to talk about yourself unless you want to. But in terms of power and the best capo setups, who would you say your top 3 players are? In terms of capos, tech, and the likes of that nature.
Are you asking me that, like, in the entire game, or is
no,
just like
just your server from what you know?
So like so if you look at the ranking, all the top 4 players have all the technologies researched. So like we have the same technology power, and all the buildings are maxed.
So at the end of the day, does it come down to the gear that you're wearing and the beauties?
The beauties, like I think I have all the beauties maxed. Poppy, she doesn't have all the beauties maxed. So like if you narrow down, I think like all the major difference in combat power is going to be the capo combat power, because like the troop combat power, like most of my combat power, like half of them, they come from troops.
Mm-hmm.
I think like roughly half of them.
Okay, so if we were to
right
strip
now, you can't,
your, I'm sorry, go ahead.
you can't even use all of your troops for defense. So like if you have like like a lot of troops like it's sort of useless. So I would say like after you finish all buildings, technologies, and the beauties, I think the only thing you can work on is the capos.
Okay. Okay, so so let's just break it down into different categories. So in terms of capos, who are the deadliest mobsters you have in your server in terms of capos?
That's myself.
And who would you rank second and third in that list?
I'll say the second one is Poppy, and the third one is gonna be Amelia number 1.
Nice. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and look at some of the gear here. I can't see the stats on the gear that the players are wearing, but I can see the colors and stuff like that. So you can turn off your gear settings so people can't see what you're wearing. I just realized that.
I mean, you can unequip your gears.
You can't turn it off so people can't see what you're wearing?
No, as long as I mean, if you have equipped your gears, then people can see what you're wearing. But you can take it off, but you don't want people to see what gears you're wearing. But the expense is that you're gonna have a big drop in combat power.
So I'm looking at Poppy. She has no combat power on right now. Or I'm sorry, no gear on at all. You think that's strategy?
No, I think she just doesn't need it, because it's like you look at it, it's like the construction setup. I mean, she doesn't need it when she has all the buildings maxed, right?
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Damn, that's crazy. Wow. Okay, so in terms of capos, you're saying that's you've already ranked them. What about your just overall gear? At this stage, you're basically saying you don't need the gear, but if it was, let's say, Duel in the North or something, where you're doing server versus server, does Duel in the North, does your gear count?
The gears, like the most important gears are your combat gears. Yeah.
Yeah, but when you're doing Duel in the North or other, you know what I'm saying, where it's server versus server, is your gear important, your combat gear, or does that not count?
The combat gear is very important.
Okay, so let's say that we're about ready to go. I'm in your server. We're about ready to do Duel in the North. Who in your family would you say top 3 best gear, combat gear?
Combat gear. I have my cavalry gear maxed. Poppy, she has cavalry gear maxed as well. And I don't even pay attention to other players, so I apologize in this part.
Okay. Well, Ash, you're up on this one. I'm going to travel to, let's see. I'm going to go to our server now, because that's the one, and I apologize to anybody watching this live stream who is from server 5. I attempted to make a server 5 account, and then it got deleted. I guess I wasn't active enough in there. So I do apologize. I don't have a server 5 account to look. But if you are from server 5,
why it doesn't save your progress? It's like someone blows you up. You don't have a top of record.
Right.
And you have been inactive on that account for a long time. It's like that's why like the system just erased like all your progress on that server.
Yeah, so that's true, and I do apologize to the server 5 people. I will definitely go back and do another Deadliest Player episode at some point, and we'll talk about server 5. All right, but as far as server 6 is concerned, and again, I want to keep in mind, Ash Bash, you do not have to answer any of these questions. Okay, just hit me with the next question, please, if when it comes to it, because I realize that not all servers are in the same juncture. Some people might not want to talk about certain things, so just keep that in mind. And so now we're gonna go to the rankings here for server 6. And I'm looking at individual combat power here. And by the way, just in case there's some new players, you guys are wondering why we're not talking about villa size, because at this juncture for server 4, server 5, server 6, and most likely server 7, you're going to see all maxed villas, right, at level 25. So let me go to the rankings here. All right, Wraith, what's up, Wraith? Okay, so in terms of just overall beast mode players, who are you putting in your top 5? Would you say that the top 5 in the rankings are pretty accurate?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay. And also, when it comes to tech, would you say at this juncture everybody's probably got about the same tech within the top 10?
Yes.
Okay. But that only takes you so far in terms of strength, right? Because then you have beauties, you have capos, you have gear. So let's talk about beauties first. Who has the most bitches in this game? In this server, I'm sorry.
The most.
I'm sorry. I didn't phrase that right. Who has the most deadly beauties? The best beauties, you'd say, and then if you could rank them, like second, third, fourth, whatever, that'd be cool.
Without seeing every individual player's beauty, I would have no clue, but I'm gonna assume Smash is probably at number 1. I know he's got his beauties pretty leveled up. Then if I had to guess regarding others that have purchased other beauties, I would assume maybe Salty Dog. I know Mock probably has a pretty good beauty selection too. Penguin, I'm gonna put Penguin out there. I'm sure he's got a pretty good selection as well.
See, and this is a little bit different here. I don't know why. I never realized, and again, you're gonna have to apologize. No, I didn't mean to cut you off. You're gonna have to excuse me, but I didn't realize that there was another active family in server 6. Like, what the hell? I don't know why. I just automatically assumed there was only just us. But you got Dirty Money Gang here. This just turned the entire tide of the episode, because we're gonna have to talk about that. I want to circle back around to this other family that we have here. Okay, but and Smash, if you could help her, and I don't want you giving up any information you don't want to give up. But do you have any more insight on who has some pretty sick looking beauties right now? Who else in the server has them? Because this is blowing me away that there's actually other people in the server. I'm seeing Trickster in here. I'm seeing Pork Trotters, Spring Roll. I'm seeing a lot of players I've literally never talked to or really seen. So, do you have any insight on the beauties in server 6?
Alright, Dirty Money Gang is actually an alliance that I first created when I started on server 6, Polyno here. After I left it, I believe the leader there changed the alliance name. Right, and you're talking about Pork Trotters and Spring Roll. They are actually my friends from another game who came together with me to this game, try it out, and then left the game in the earlier stage before all these other updates. So practically that's what I know more, as much as I know about the other alliance. Right?
Okay. Ash, when it comes to capos, what have you seen? What have you seen? Who do you know, Cotton Eye Joe?
Like the best, or?
Yeah. If you had to like rank them, like say top 5 dead or alive.
Like capos specifically, or people that have the best capos?
Oh yeah, the people that have the best capos.
So I'm just gonna pull up the capo combat power ranking and give you literally.
Damn, I didn't know that was a thing, bro. What the hell? All right, a noob jar. See, this is why Smooth keeps a noob jar right next to the bed, so that way he can just put $5 in it every single time. Damn it, man. Capo combat power. You're right. Why didn't I look at that? Damn it.
Yes, and the top 5 is Smash, Penguin, Trickster, Salty, and Moss.
Holy crap, dude. Now this makes me want to go back to server 4 and look at the Capo rankings. Stop it, dude. This is cool. Okay. Alright. So
Yeah, that would have been easier if there was like a beauty section, but there's not.
yeah, dude, they need to add that. They need to add that. Okay. So damn, this puts everything into perspective now for me. This is very interesting. Okay. So just so I can get an understanding, when it comes to let's say I'm Smash's size, okay? Let's say I'm Penguin and I'm going up against Smash. I see about 1.5 million power difference here in terms of Capo's strength overall. How does that come into play? Like, should I be scared? Like if I'm going up against Smash and I see he's got 1.7 million extra power in terms of Capos, should I turn my troops around? Should I not go against this guy, or what does that mean?
The Capo combat power is just the combat power of all of your Capos combined. It's not your strongest set. Just for your information.
Okay, that's exactly what I needed to know. Okay, so when it comes to, you know, who has the best Capos, this is not a representation of that.
It's not entirely, but
It does play a factor, though.
Okay.
Yes.
So as far as what you've seen, would you say that the rankings is probably pretty accurate as far as who has the best Capos going down the list? And I want everybody to know here, this is not taking shots at anybody. This is all just for fun, and I don't want anybody to feel like we're talking down on them. This is just a representation to show new players, so that way when they come into the game, they know what they're looking at.
Well,
Yeah.
it does show how many strong formations you have.
What do you mean?
It does show how many strong formations you have. Like the higher the Capo combat power, it means like you have more strong Capos than others.
Okay. Yeah, I was basically just trying to figure out, like, you know, if it's an accurate representation, but it looks like it most likely is.
Yes.
Okay.
I kind of wish like put all of our rankings together, because not for nothing, out of curiosity, I'd like to know where I place.
Yeah, I know, right? Right? So what is this war ranking, by the way?
Look at your detective agency.
Yeah, what he said.
Wait, what?
Your
Look at your
detective.
detective agency.
Oh, so this is who's done it the
Yeah.
most or whatever. So it looks like there is a maxed out level, and
Yes.
they hit it. Is that what that is?
Yep.
Okay. Oh damn, that's a pretty high level. I'm not even gonna lie, that's crazy. Okay. Alliance annihilates the enemy. Is that like overall alliance kills?
Yes.
Okay. And then the glorious arena. When it comes to glorious arena, how does this factor into everything?
I think who takes first by the end of the week takes that spot, and then if someone else takes first, then they'll take that spot.
So it's constantly updating.
I think weekly, like when reset at the end of the week, when everything just like refreshes.
Mm-hmm.
You'll keep your ranking for that week, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but then if someone else takes first in Glorious, then they get that ranking for the week.
Okay. Holy crap. That's pretty cool. Okay. Alright, and then as far as, let's just go ahead and do the gear, right? The general consensus in server 6 is everybody's got pretty good gear, or that's something that people are still working on.
I think lots are still working on it.
Okay.
It's not easy to come by.
Right. I'm gonna go back to the rankings again for individual power, and we'll look at some of the gear we have here. So overall, it's showing Penguin has the most overall power. Let's look at his gear. There's really no gear equipped, so I have to ask the question: is this strategy, or is this he just doesn't need it equipped at the moment?
I don't think he cares for construction because all of his stuff is maxed. I'm sure his research is maxed too, so he probably don't care to put any equipment on that. So I think he's mainly focused on his combat.
Okay, and we're not giving away any secrets here or anything, but have you seen glimpses of people's combat gear where you would be able to give us like a little bit of an insight as to the top 5 on combat gear in the server?
That is not a ranking that we can see, but based off of combat power ranking, I'm gonna assume that their combat gear equipment is probably the best.
Okay, so it's probably pretty accurate with the rankings.
Yes.
Okay. And just so people know, can you buy your way into the best gear, or is any part of it have to do with time spent in game, or can you just pay for the best combat gear?
You can buy the gift packs every day.
You can earn, and yes, you can purchase. So kind of both.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
it's
yeah,
on the very right side of the best selling packs.
Do what?
It's on the very right side of the best selling packs.
Okay. And you can just, is there a limit on, because I know there's a limit on the amount of capo packs you can get. Is there a limit on the amount of gear packs you can get?
You can get maximum 150 purple material boxes every day.
That seems like more than enough to keep you occupied.
No, but I think you need more than 700 to make like your equipment gold.
Okay. Okay, so that's a lot. All right. And you need 700 to get it gold, and you can do 150 a day.
If you purchase all the gift pack in a single set, yes, you can get like 150.
Okay.
I'm talking about the combat gear.
Yeah, just combat gear, right? Okay. While I'm heading over to server 7, and I don't think anybody really here has spent too much time in server 7 to give insight, so we'll just go off of rankings. When it comes to Duel in the North, I wasn't really playing in game with you at all, Vadim, at all at the time. What did you see when it came to Duel in the North? Did you see anything that surprised you as far as people's power? Or did you see anything at all?
Nothing special for me because I was absent most of the time.
Okay. Has there been any events at all where you've been able to witness the strength of some of the other players in different servers? Anything that you could point out?
I did get into a fight with some of the players from Server 6 at the final stage.
Who did you go head to head with?
The top player in Server 6.
Okay.
It's not Smash.
Okay. So, and this is basically everybody's moment to give a shout out to anybody that they are friends with, or anybody that they want to, say good game, and tip their hat to them, to give credit where it's due to other players. This is that moment. So if you guys have any friends or people that you want to say, hey, look, I know we had problems in the past, but it is what it is. It's a game. It's nothing more. Anything at all that anybody wants to say to anybody, this is your moment, because that's why I do these types of episodes. It's not to cause problems, it's to bury the hatchet and to also shed light on players who normally don't get credit given to them for the accomplishments that they've accomplished inside the game. So yeah, if you guys have seen, or you guys have been dueling somebody in Sea Battle or Duel in the North or just any events at all, you guys want to talk about it, now is the time to do that. But yeah, you guys seen anything from any players from other servers that you want to talk about in a positive light? That'd be cool. And we are in server 7, and we are, where is it at? Individual combat power. Alright. So we got Wraith here. Wait a second. There's a lot of people that are almost completely even in power here in server 7. We got Wraith. He's in second. We got Geo, who's just a little bit stronger than him. These are very interesting rankings here. There's a lot of players. There's no like big super spenders here. It doesn't look like nobody outpaced anybody really. I've never seen such an even ranking. Wow. That's cool. Alright, so we have Hamster here, Wraith here, Amelia. So top 5, everybody is right under 100 million power. Do you guys know any of these players? Geo, Wraith, I know we know Hamster, Amelia, or Order. You guys know these GNE cats? And the Sand Cats?
Yes.
So what do you guys know about these players?
I don't know who Geo is specifically. Must have been a changed his name or something.
Mm-hmm.
But Order is an active. He used to be one of the top players in Sand. Hamster is the head in G&E, and Amelia. That account of hers came from server 6, and she went over to server 7.
Okay.
Who are the others on the list?
So yeah, you got JIO at number 1. You got Wraith from San at number 2. Number 3 was Hamster. Number 4 is Amelia. You said number 5 is Order. He's inactive, I guess, at this time. And it looks like MA$DE Made and Tony Sank.
I don't know them personally, but I just know they're from G&E.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, let's look at the Capo rankings here. We have Capo combat power. So Hamster is up at the top with JIO, and then right below them you've got Prigozhin, Wraith, Tony Sank, and Made. And the rank 3 through 6 they're all almost identical Capo power, but Hamster and Geo or Gio, they have a significant, almost a 1 million power difference. But it's just blowing my mind how evenly everybody is matched here in this server. Oh, I see Salty Dogs. Is Salty Dog in server 7 too?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so Salty has a little bit of a better insight on server 7. That would be interesting if we had him on to talk about it. So in terms of what you guys have seen in activity-wise, would you say that server 7 is just as active, or if not more, than the other servers?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think they're more active, honestly.
Wow. Okay. And then let's look at Alliance Power here. So they have 2 families identical power. 2 active families with identical power. That's cool. GNE and SAN. Now I remember this was the first server I landed in. with Server 7. And I do want to give a shout out to G&E for letting me in, because they were the first family to let me in. That's Hamster and them. So shout out to those guys. I really appreciate it. Let's see what else we got here in the rankings. Yeah, have you guys seen Server 7 in any other events other than Duel in the North?
Island Battle a few times.
Island Battle, okay. And they were good. They had a good team.
They have a good team, but it was always based off of who showed up.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we know how that plays out so far.
Yep.
Okay. And as far as, you know, their top guys, if you were gonna, if anything came off the top of your head right now, someone was like, hey, who's one of the strongest from Server 7? What comes to mind?
Now that you said Gio, I do know who that is, so I didn't want to make him seem like I forgot him.
Oh, okay.
Gio wasn't familiar, but Gio definitely is. So
Okay.
I did not forget about you. But
Shout out to Gio.
I would say him.
Okay, very cool. All right, and now we are gonna. I don't want to say best for last, because I do apologize to Server 5. I swear on everything I love, I tried to keep my account there. This has happened to me 3 times already. And again, it deleted my Server 8 account. Son of a mother lover. Does anybody in the live chat right now have Server 8 account that they can share their screen? Well, we're only 36 minutes in. I'll just go ahead and make another account really quick. Damn it.
You need to complete the chapter 6 in order to see the ranking.
Yeah, correct. You can see the ranking now.
I can go over there. I forgot how to share my screen, but I can go over there and show you the ranking.
Okay, that'll
Or list
definitely
the
work.
ranking.
My Server 8 account was kicked out of the alliance, and of course it got deleted.
Okay. Well, yeah. As soon as you hit the screen share, I'll go ahead and pop onto it.
Alright, how do I do that again? I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So just make sure you're in you're at the call screen where you see all of our picture or whatever, and then just touch your screen, and a little indication thing or a bar will pop up at the bottom of your screen, and just slide that up.
And do I click the start broadcast thing?
I believe, or share screen or start broadcast, one of the two.
Okay.
There it is. Thank you.
Is it on there?
Yep. All right. Very cool. All right. So for combat power, guys, it looks like we've got 2 players. We're just going to call them D and E. D up top here has got 18.5 mil. Right below them, I see 15.5 and 12. So I think that's pretty impressive combat power for a server that hasn't been open that long. In comparison, you have Nanon and Prisa, and they are 1/3 that power. I would say that probably Nanon and Prisa are moderate spenders, right? And then you've got the big boys up top with that's pretty decent spending. But there's only one way to tell. Vadim and Smash, I don't know if you guys are looking at this, but if you are, you guys break out the cards when it comes to swiping the credit cards. What do you think? This server has only been open about a month, and for a month in, what are you thinking? What are you guys seeing as far as spending goes?
I don't know how many spenders are there, but like you can have it can give you a clue if you look at the world chat. Like if they talk in the chat, you can see their VIP level.
Okay, I see what you're
Because
saying.
like if you spend a lot, your VIP level definitely goes up.
Okay, well
Like if you're above VIP 12, means you have spent a lot of money.
well, without looking at, I mean, I realize you're like a dinosaur in this game at the moment, Vadim. But if you can remember, I don't know if inflation played a role between back then and now, but just based off of what you're looking at, 1 month in, can you remember your overall power 1 month in? Was it similar, or just off of that, your best guess?
1 month. I think I only got like 10 million combat power because at that time I haven't got familiar with the game, so I haven't started spending yet.
Okay. Let's look at the capo power if you can, Ash, for us, please.
Isn't that what I'm on?
You were at just regular player ranking. Combat power.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Combat
So-
power.
I don't know, Vadim, if you can also judge by capo power here. Wait, it keeps going to combat power.
Oh, what the heck? I don't know. It kind of shows like the same thing. That's weird. I'm clicking
Click
individual combat.
capo combat power.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good. So based off of what you just seen, because these are the same three, essentially the same three players, or 4 players here, is that pretty accurate? Like you can get a better idea while looking at their overall, their combat power, and then their capo power. Can you get a better idea of the spending, or no?
I think for the new server, you can check the Glorious Arena if you have access to it. Because like most of them, I think they only working on one formation, like those spenders.
I don't know what that means, bro. You got to give me a better idea, because I'm asking you because you have the knowledge plus the spending knowledge here. I'm basically just trying to get an idea of, are these guys just regular spenders, or are these guys putting in a lot of work when it comes to spending this early on in the server? Because there's only a few big guys, and then the rest of them are kind of right behind them. I don't see any big whales right now, so I'm just trying to get an idea of what type of spending we're looking
When I was
at.
in there, when I was like first in there before my account got deleted. Okay, this guy Dominus, he was on the top for a while until those like the two what characters, that Chinese character,
Mm-hmm.
2 Chinese character guys, like they just blew by him in combat power.
Okay.
Like they were thinking like 5 days or something.
So they were spending straight out of the gate. Like they were boosting.
I mean, like you can get most of the combat power from buildings in the early state.
Okay. Can you?
If you look at the villa level, if they have villa level 24, level 23, means they have spent a lot.
Yes, they are both at 24, probably about to push to 25. So, in 1 month of a server being open, what does that say to already be that villa level?
Because like if you don't spend, you won't get a lot of resources to push your villa to level 24.
Okay. And just in terms of the player base, can you go back to regular combat power, please? And I just want to scroll down slowly from the top to let's go the top 30 players, and just look and see how healthy this server is, because it goes from 18, and then once you get to rank 6 through 13, you're looking at like 6 mil to 4 mil. And then it looks like it starts to kind of even out. Everybody is really approximately the same size, and these cannot all be like spenders. So I'm assuming that most of these guys are, if not completely free to play, they're spending minimally. And so does that look like a healthy power for 1 month of just, maybe they might be buying little packs, but they're super active? Is that like a healthy power for 1 month in, like 2.5 to 3 million?
I'd like to add a bit on this.
Yeah.
Like some of the players that you have seen in the server 8, they are actually jumpers. The main player who had older accounts in other older server, they build their account there, collecting all the resources and all the speed up that they can get. And when the server opens, they jump over, which entitles them to, which actually allows them to give their accounts there a push. So, looking at the point, I think many of them are actually jumpers. When you look at the 4 million power, probably most of them are jumpers.
Okay. That's actually a good perspective. Thank you. So you're saying most of them are jumpers, but I just want to know, for my own knowledge, is this like a healthy 3.3 million power for 1 month in? Is that a normal power for 1 month in that you can remember?
I think it's normal.
Normal? Okay. Yeah, I was just
It's
trying
like
to.
you typically you don't struggle with speed ups at this stage, but you're gonna struggle with the resources.
Okay. So with all of this in mind, and thank you, Ash Bash, for showing us that, by the way.
You're welcome.
I'm just trying to give a perspective for especially the new players that they might not know. I don't want them to come into server 8 to see, 3 million power on average and go, holy crap, I can't make it here. What's the point of playing? That's not what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to get at, like, I want to make sure that when they come into the server and they see 3 million power on average, they know that this is a healthy server, that all of these people are not just spending to annihilate, and it makes them feel like they're in a safe place. But with all of this said, and having looked at all the different servers, excluding server 5, when it comes to, let's just say, Duel in the North, does that mean that server 8 is going to be excluded from these cross-server events like that?
I think so, because the different season.
That's what I was thinking. In my head, I'm like, okay, well, if we have server 4, 5, 6, 7, then that means that I could only assume that they will have a different Duel in the North season, and their Duel in the North season will be server 8, 9, 10, 11. That's just what I could only assume, right? Like something it's 4 and 4. Interesting. Yes. I mean, in my mind, server 8 is the place to be, because you have the advantage over server 9, 10, and 11 if that's the way the devs want to play this game. But just looking at server 8, Smash, Ash, and Vadim, what do you guys think the other servers are going to look like? Do you think that the other servers are going to be stronger, bigger? Do you think it'll be on average the same as server 8? What do you guys think?
I'll start first. I think each server is gonna have like several whales.
Right. But in regards to, because we only seen 2 or 3 24s, do you guys remember what or do you guys remember or recall more players being bigger than Villa 24 the first month in? Do you think that that's an anomaly, or do you think the other servers will have more Villa 24s early on?
I joined my server when it was open for a month, so I can't speak in terms of that.
Okay.
I tell you, it took me like 3 months to rise to Villa 25.
What? See that? Okay. You know what? From now on, Vadim, that's where you open the conversation with that, because that just put everything into perspective. That just put everything into perspective for me, because I know your spending habits. And you said earlier that it wasn't until about a month in that you really started to spend, and you're saying it took you 3 months. So you had a month of passive spending, and then you had 2 months of just going crazy, and it took you approximately 3 months to hit Villa 24-25, and this server has only been open for a month or so. So that kind of puts everything into perspective for me, anyways. That's crazy. So these,
I want to get familiar with the game first. So just think if the game is worth spending.
Right. Damn, that's crazy. What about you, Smash? Do you recall when you came in, how many players in your server were already Villa 24? Do you have anything to add as far as that's concerned, in regards to do you think server, let's say 9, 10, and 11 will have more Villa 24s 1 month in, or less, you think?
Let's start with the first one. When I first came into the game, it was already 200 plus days, 300 plus days old. So I already see a lot of huge mentions level players in the game. So I don't know how it looks like when it was the first month into the game in server 6. Right, but for me to hit 25, actually, it took me a bit shorter time, because at the beginning stage I was already spending like crazy. Right, I'm always buying the technology packs and the building packs every single day.
Okay.
So it kind of helped me to push for my technology and my mention level to level 25, actually much shorter. But I didn't really go and take note of the time frame. But as there are spenders in the game, certain spenders, they will focus on certain things at certain stage of the game. So at the beginning stage, it was difficult for me in capo wise, because I wasn't spending anything on capos. I was practically using what I was given by the game. But I just only work on my technology and my building structures. Right, but if you're talking about server 8, if they're gonna be paired with, let's say, 9, 10, 11 in their SPS, and if 9, 10, and 11 is not gonna be opening up pretty soon, server 8 will actually stand a bigger advantage.
Okay.
Right, it's just like server 8 being paired up with 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7. If it's gonna be paired with us, they practically don't stand no chance. So if there's gonna be a chance for other servers, these other servers have to be opened up pretty soon before the gap start to widen. This is how I see it.
Okay. Yeah, that's basically what I was getting at, and it's good to get all of your guys' perspective. It's very cool because you had Vadim in here first. Ash, I believe you were here before Smash, and then Smash came in almost a year into the server being open, and then he has his spending that he's done. So it's very cool to get all of your guys' perspectives, and I really appreciate it. I think that this was great for a lot of players who maybe they've never looked into the other servers. A lot of the new players now can reference the other servers, and they have the server migration now. So and I want to give a shout out to a player from last night. It was very, very late or early this morning. All my days are kind of blending together, so I can't really recall, but I'm gonna go into the official War Elite Discord here, And if you go down into World Chat, there was a player early this morning, I believe. His name is Grayskull2077. He was saying that, you know, he was trying to get out of server 5 and he was looking for a new home. And so I just want to say, if you're a player and you are not happy with the server that you're in, maybe there's some players giving you problems. Maybe it's a toxic environment, or you're just in a inactive family. I want to say this here and now: you're not alone. There are other servers and other families in different servers and players that would love to have you. If you are playing this game for enjoyment and you are playing this game to have fun, and it's not that for you right now, there is server migration. You can start a new account. Do not let anybody or anything take the fun away from you, because I promise you, 90% of the time, it's not the game you're playing. It's the people you're playing the game with. And if you have the right people around you, the most boring game in the world will seem fun. I promise. So just keep that in mind. This game has a lot of great players and a lot of different servers. So feel free to explore. And if you just want to try and strike up a conversation with a player, go into the War Elite official Discord, go into World Chat, go into Newbie Chat, go to the live stream tab. I'll find you, you can find me. We'll get you out of that situation, and we'll get you into a server and a family that you can enjoy the game and have fun. Because I'm a huge advocate for that. I understand sometimes that, you know, taking a step away from the game or stepping away from anything when it feels too overwhelming is a great thing to do. It's a mental break. It's a reset button, and I live by that, right? I am an advocate for that, because at the end of the day, why spend money and spend time, which some people value time more than money? Why waste any of that on a game and then just leave? Explore the other options. Don't feel like you need to just delete the game, because at the end of the day, it wasn't the game that really pissed you off. It was the players. So reach out to me, okay? Because I'm here for all of you guys. I'm here for the community. Smash is here for the community. Ash and Vadim, we're here for the community. So reach out to us, guys. We'll help you relocate and get you into a better situation. But I really hope you guys like the content. Thank you so much to Vadim, Ash, and Smash for being here like always, and being here for the community and helping me do this day in and day out. And I encourage all of you, if you have not downloaded this game, definitely do that. You can find all the links for War Elite official Discord, official Facebook, and of course the Apple and the Android store links in the description of this video. Definitely, if you haven't already, click those links for me and download the game through the description of this link. That tells the developers at iFun.com that you found the link in this video. And thank you so much to iFun.com for sponsoring this video and this content on my channel. Anything you guys want to say to the people before we get out of here? We'll start with Smash, then Ash, then Vadim. If you got anything you want to say to the people, Smash.
Alright, as what Smooth said earlier on, right, actually all the games that when we started playing is because we have an interest in the game, or something in the game attracts us to start playing, right? And a lot of players that actually stop playing certain games that they used to play. That's why I believe I totally agree with what Smooth said. It's due to the people that we are playing the game with. Right? It's either as a new player, I join the game, I do not get any information or support from the people, from the older players who are already in the game. I feel alone, and subsequently I feel left out. I leave the game, or it might be because of some toxic player that's always harassing you or whatever. So I do agree that it's because of players. But if you are not happy in your current server or your current alliance, right, there's always other available alliance in the game or other servers in the game.
Yeah, man.
You will always be able to find the right place for yourself.
Yes. 100%. What about you, Ash? Any message to the players out there for today?
I'm just gonna second Smash's comment. That was pretty much what I was gonna say. Is just like, yes, just reach out and go to a different server or make a different server active. Like, make stuff interesting, guys.
Yeah, man. What about you, Vadim?
I got nothing to add, but I just have two more words. Just be positive.
Yes. Yes. That's a positive message right there, my friend. Well, you guys heard it here first on ACG. We appreciate all of you, and I love making this content for the community. I cannot thank my team here enough, and we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, I believe. Wait, what's today? Is tomorrow the beauties day? I think I said it was tomorrow's the beauties day. I'm pretty positive we'll be doing an episode on beauties tomorrow. You guys will see me take all of my beauties from 0 to hero. I haven't touched any of them. I've saved everything up. I'm not sure how far we can push our beauties, but we're going to talk about all the different beauties in the game, and it's going to be fun. Really hope to see you guys there. I still have some gift codes for the community. If you guys have not received a gift code yet, feel free to DM me if you want to. If you made it in Dadari, I'm not sure who you are, but if you have me on Discord or you can find me in the official War Elite Discord, I have a gift code for you. I want to try and get it to you, okay? So come in to the live stream tomorrow at 1 UTC and get these gift codes, guys. We appreciate all of you. I hope I find all of you in good health, and I hope your families are healthy, and I hope you guys are having a blessed day. And until next time, y'all. Peace. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. That's what I'm talking about.
No, you go 30-second. There's a 30-second delay over there.
Yeah, it's still rolling. Still rolling.
Okay, I know. Smooth. Like your last message was talking about me. No.
Was that obvious?
That was very obvious.
But I was actually
right
actually talking about a real player though, from this morning. But also it reminded me of your situation.